gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match. Our first referee, Virgilio Cruz, national referee. Second referee is Choi de Imus, national referee. Let's call on the starting lineup for our Bayleaf Hotels. Outside spiker number 7, team captain Jun Edang. Opposite hitter number 1, Jian Edang. Outside spiker number 2, Aiken Aquino. Middle blocker number 10, EJ Polis. Middle blocker number 12, Joseph Gabisan. And starting setter number 13, Justin Ranara. Starting libero is number 19, Louis Tumasig. Sitting in as head coach for the Bayleaf Hotels is Charnel Wanta. And now the starters for the Philippine Navy Sea Lions. Middle blocker number 16, team captain Seaman second class Greg Dolor. Outside spiker number 12, Ed Camposano. Middle blocker number 15, apprentice seaman Pete Kiel. Opposite hitter number 18, seaman second class Toto de la Vega. Outside spiker number 10-20, Marcy Marcelino. And setter number 24, Bojo Suarez. Starting libero is number 13, seaman second class Jack Kalingking. And the head coach for the Sea Lions is Petty Officer 3, Cecil Cruzada.
And you got your starters on board now. The Bayleaf Hotels is a Lyceum team, so we're looking at a collegiate team going up against these vets, these veterans, and many familiar names. So it's going to be that kind of competition as well today, Maureen.
Yeah, it's pretty much a David versus Goliath. Based on experience, number 1, based on age, number 2, and based on standings, really. But again, you know, it's really dangerous to play against a young team who's seeking their first victory.
That's true. And if you are Navy and you see, it's very obvious that you come in here seated and with a great advantage, yun naman ang kaaway mo doon is the complacency or maybe relaxing a little too much or not giving your 100%. And that is something that Navy has to make sure they don't fall into. Meron daw silang magandang motivation. They want to take solo second in Pool D. As we always repeat here in our coverage, it's only really the top 2 in each pool that will advance. So very important to win every game. And first point will go to the Navy.
Yeah, Edward Camposano. He's one player for me. I'm always excited to watch because he came from UE, the UE program, then he transferred to NU. You know, the movement of this athlete. Then he played for, did he play for Signal or Cotabato, one of those teams. And then now he's with Navy. So, you know, he's been around. Yeah. So you'd like to see the way he will contribute for Navy.
And makita mo yung kanyang flexibility to be able to work within different systems and to fit right in. And that's a sign really of a very volleyball smart player. Oh, that's a good play there. Pang Japan team.
that is the captain, Jun Edang, from the pipe. And smart, just enough, look at that, enough power to at least touch the blockers.
Early lead for Bayleaf, and right away with that service error, we're at 2-all. Jun Edang there, Kiko Edang, the team captain, after that great smash, after that great attack, hits the ball into the net at the serve. And that's a solo block. Was not enough.
Yeah, but you like the start of Lyceum, right? Today, the Bayleaf Hotel Lyceum team, obviously they're at 0-3, so no pressure for them. They just want to get their first win. So they're playing like they're enjoying themselves out there.
course, shout out to all of the Lyceum students and the parents of these kids who are watching right now. I'm sure you're enjoying the action, seeing these kids, these student athletes doing what they love the most, going up against a team like Navy. There's a lot to learn here. And we have a mini rally going. Somebody was at the net. And it is going to be called against Bayleaf. And that's a free point for Navy.
The other Edang. I think they're brothers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, the set was too near the net. He wanted to brush it off the blockers, but his hand clipped the tape.
Oh, that's out. So it's a spate of errors from both sides, fortunately, for both teams. Nagka-cancel out lang yung mga errors nila at the serve.
Well, if you're Navy, for me, you don't want to push this young Lyceum team. You want to just try to win it fast because, again, you know, they're just eager.
We're seeing a lot of action here, a lot of movement from the side of Navy, and that back row attack did not pay off. A little too far.
Just a little lacking of that flick of that wrist, but everything was there. The approach, the leap.
But Camposano's gotten a lot of touches already early. We know he's going to have another time. Meantime, it's Dolor with a put away.
Greg Dolor, you know, has won a lot of fans ever since he was with FEU. He has the leap, you know, the hops, and he still has it until now.
Parang di tumatanda itong mga taga-Navy, ano? And that's one thing that these collegiate players will do to you. They'll keep you young.
And on your toes.
On your toes. Camposano gets another try, and this time, even the two-man block couldn't handle Camposano's attack there.
He broke the three-man block, actually. Powering it through, making up for that previous hitting error.
Nakakawasak ng pader pala itong si Camposano.
Oh, that was a good one.
Navy's turn with a 1-2 there. That was effective.
Oh, and Suarez, we know that is part of his arsenal. So Lyceum has got to always remember, when he's a front row setter, you have to be careful of those dumps. Overpass.
Oh, that was good. Going deep there over zone 5. And Navy gets to 8 points first. They have a 3-point advantage. Let's take a break.
Watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. One of the Navy's most reliable scorer, Christian Marcelino, or Mars, as his teammates call him, wear many hats. He's a volleyball player, a former folk dancer, a soon-to-be Navy officer, and an electronics engineering degree holder. Last week, kakapasan niya lang sa Navy officer exam at ngayon Mars is eyeing to take the board exam naman in the near future for electronics engineering. He knows that will entail balancing volleyball with his duties as a Navy officer on top of his board's review, but Mars believes that you don't have to be just one thing, and as long as you're willing to put in the work and heart in the things that you do, you're good to go. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Doreen. We saw Mars there, and he gets another chance at it. Talagang dancer din pala to si Mars, ha? Nakakatuwang malaman yung mga ganyang mga kwento. Doreen, and you get to appreciate these players more when you see really their commitment to other things besides their sport.
Yeah, the sport, the military commitment, the professional side of it, plus the extracurricular dancing.
He's all around, and look at that. That's picture perfect, but there's going to be, Somebody went, he overreached or stepped on the line. Chasarade style. I got it. All right.
Illegal back row.
That looked good, though. So this is, we said we were going to see a lot of blocks from these teams, from both these teams.
A block party.
Yeah.
Then, you know, if you know that both the team's strength is blocking, the setters have got their work cut out for them.
Oh, that one is off the block. Good height there.
You can see early here, I mean, the effect of the errors. 2 straight errors on the side of Navy. And then you can see this eager Lyceum just get back. They actually grab the lead.
Yep, care of Kiko Edang there with that hit. They're down by 2 at the service error. And now there's a 4-0 run by Lyceum. Palitan lang sila ng runs. Chance for Navy. Camposano is blocked. Good cover. Chance ball, Lyceum. Oh, they're trying to get hit over the block. That's the idea, because you know you're going to be challenged every time.
And this Edang, June Edang, is so athletic. Look at the way he soars. His head is like over the net.
Way above.
Yeah.
Oi, another dump. And you warned them already, Noreen.
They didn't hear
They
me.
didn't hear you. No, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure these kids have scouted their opponent as well. But the thing is, that you know, see, Owen Suarez will keep you honest if you're the blocker. But at the same time, you can't. You also have to be prepared for an attack. So it's really, that is the, yun yung ano yun yung asset ng Navy, having Owen Suarez, who's really a scoring threat.
Who's also been around. He used to play for Signal. Well, another service error. That's the 6th error of Navy here in this set compared to 3.
Well, many of the points, as you mentioned, Noreen, of Bayleaf, care of the miscues coming from Navy. And so they really should capitalize on that.
Yeah.
The goal here, like we said, is for them to win one set at a time.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. And again, the block is there, but Lyceum is learning how to hit off the hands.
Well, Lyceum has been challenging Navy here, and they still maintain a 2-point advantage.
Oh, wow, that combination attack confused even us here. We didn't know who was going to go for it. Camposano ended up with that point.
Yeah, basic volleyball being displayed by Navy. Good pass, and then you can execute a combination play.
Camposano looking for his target. Oh, but that's a pretty good reception there. Aquino took care of that. Oh. Well, it was tough. It was a tough ball to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be, Lyceum, they have to be careful about these errors because, you know, again, this is a veteran squad in PGJC Navy. You've actually grabbed the lead. You don't want to lapse into errors. What a serve.
This time, a better reception. Marcelino hitting off the hands of Edang, the other Edang.
Great set by Owen Suarez, creating that one-on-one opportunity for Marcelino. And you know, at this level of play, the one-on-ones really, I mean, we'll see one-on-one wherein the blocker will block, but chances are, you know, the spiker will get the point.
Maganda na rin yung first pass ng Lyceum. Natututunan na rin nila. But here's a chance again for Navy. And that's off the block again. But, you know, you really credit Lyceum for challenging every single attack that comes their way. And, you know, they're not the tallest of teams. I mean, they're 5'11", 6 foot, which, of course, it's a good height. But we've seen players in way past 6'2", 6'4". So it's really interesting to see and commendable for these kids to score high on the blocks, but the aces.
We did say that that was in that game, that is their strength, the blocking as well. So they're going head to head with another good blocking team. But you know what? They need to find an answer to Edward Camposano's serves here.
It's going to be a free ball again. Chance here for Navy to continue their run.
Wow.
And that's what they want to do. We bitaw na with the pull away here. Navy getting our second technical timeout with a 4-point lead. We'll be back.
Yun lagi pinapaalala sa akin ni Coach na ikaw dapat yung mauna sa mga hakbang na gagawin para ma-improve yung bawat isa. Ahakbangin muna namin, isa-isa. Hanggang makaabot kami ng top 4, magbabago na yung ihip ng hangin pagdating ng top 4. Pupuspusan na kami doon hanggang makuha namin yung championship. Bibigyan namin ng magandang laban lahat ng kalaban namin.
Get access to the PBA Commissioner's Cup live and in HD on PBA Rush, plus more premium channels for the whole family when you switch to Signal Postpaid. Subscribe to Plan 520 and enjoy 3 free months with no cash out. Call 88555 or visit your nearest Signal dealer. And nice to hear from Greg Dolor there, and really their commitment and the respect for their opponents, and that's what they're seeing now. They're not taking it easy on these kids, talking about the Navy team.
Again, you know, one thing we've learned throughout this conference when we were, you know, lucky enough to host a lot of these collegiate teams, is they just come out and enjoy themselves. They know it's an opportunity, so you can never count them out.
Oh! Too close to the net. And again, these free points coming from Bayleaf. Navy doesn't really need much help, and si Camposano tumira na dun sa service area.
Again, they need to find an answer.
Oh, nice, but a good cover there by Navy. Marcelino going up, hitting it off the block on the right side, even causing a net violation.
Yeah, Lyceum desperate now to find a stop. Remember, it was 12-10 in favor of Bayleaf Lyceum, and now they were just stuck at 12. Yeah. It's 19-12.
We talked at the top of our coverage about EJ Police from the Bayleaf team, and we have yet to hear from him. He was the hero the last time out when they played against Alpha Omega, and he really needs to find his game and maybe just find opportunities. They haven't really had the opportunity to get their system going.
Yeah. Well, he has one more chance before he goes to serve, speaking of Police.
Ah, look good. Straight to the libero. And even Jack Kalingking couldn't do much about that.
He's one of the better liberos in our country. For you to get an ace, that's like pat on your shoulder.
Yeah. Mikael blocked there. He goes up again. Lyceum, wow. Look at that. That was outside. I mean, rinig na rinig natin yung contact ng bola, no?
And now, at least 3 points from the 12 that they were stuck and glued to.
Yeah, quickly getting points here. Nice serves we're seeing from Edang.
Oh, good dig.
Yeah, and he will go from back row. Camposano with a stop. Marcelino with an exclamation point.
When you thought that the defense of Lyceum already had the the number of Navy, and then this.
Just that wind up. And he just swats the ball. Ay, nako. Sabi ko kung may langaw, patay na. Mabilis pa sa fly swatter eh.
What was that?
Bayleaf is still looking to catch up, but they're getting more chances now. At least, you know, they're able to run a few plays, and really because of their services.
Yeah. And Edang, June Edang has been the star for Bayleaf.
Yeah. And the other Edang there, si Gian, or Ponsing as they call him, with that error. Again, ball right back to Navy. Bayleaf just really has to be very careful, very meticulous about everything they do. They cannot lapse into errors and help out the cause of Navy.
But one thing they need to improve on dramatically and drastically here in the first set is their first pass. Really, how can you run your middles and run players like police if you don't have a good first pass?
Whoa! And Marcelino, he does it again. Exact same thing. It's like muscle memory for Marcelino. Same approach, same trajectory of the ball.
Well, again, credit that set by Owen Suarez.
And you know, what do you do if you're Lyceum? I mean, they were in the right position. It's just the angle of the ball. Baon na baon talaga eh. This is a case of you really have to put your hand out there even before your opponent makes contact.
Yeah, that's true. And also, you try to read where the ball is going and actually use your body as the stabilizer.
And this time it is Dolor. So it is now clearly a team effort here. Different members of the Navy is putting their efforts together, and they need 2 more points to win. We have a timeout.
Dalawa lang spike. Oy, kalma na, kalma na. Oy, kalma na. Focus muna tayo sa larong to. Pasa muna tayo isa para makabalik tayo, okay? Pine-pressure game natin to, ina-ensayo natin to. Kaya nating habulin to, ha? Okay.
Pre, kalma lang kayo, pre.
Pasahan nyo muna isa, pasahan nyo muna isa. Pasahan nyo muna isa.
Nakakalimutan yung ngumiti. Nakakalimutan yung ngumiti. Ngiti muna tayo, ha? Tapos, one good pass, one stop agad. Paikot tayo ng bola distribution.
Say, Biba!
Grata.
Trapa.
Look at this. Wow, si Charnel. Wanta talaga ang acting coach. Bonggels, hashtag Spikerster 2023. That's right. We've got the battle of the female coaches today. And it makes us proud.
Empowerment.
Yeah. And these are serious coaches. I mean, particularly over at the side of Navy, si Coach Cecil Cruzada. She has been a staple. And itong mga these officers, you know, sumasaludo talaga sa kanya.
Actually, the first time I found out she was the head coach, I knew her from way back when. I mean, I was so surprised because when you see the composition of Navy, you know, these are names that, you know, were famous in college.
Correct.
Then you have a female coach. Parang, wow.
Camposano continues to do damage from wherever he is. And we have our first of many set points for PGJC Navy.
You know, that's how good this Edward Camposano is. It's actually more arms than anything, you know. It's not too much of snap of the wrist, at least that last set. But he still gets the same result.
Iba-ibang mga technique. Pressure serve here. This is still set point for Navy, and he succumbs to the pressure, giving Navy their first set win here. 25-20 is the count. Props, though, to Lyceum for at least getting to 20 points. You know?
Decent score, yeah.
Decent, yeah. We'll talk more about that first set after this quick break. 25-20. We said before the break that Bayleaf was respectable with their performance going up against Navy in that first set.
Yeah, they had their moments. It just seemed like, you know, Navy at that point where Camposano was serving, given all sorts of problems to the first pass of Lyceum. That's where they built that lead. And then although a little chase in the middle, it was just too huge of a lead to overcome. Look at some numbers in terms of attacks. Dominating, 16-9. Everything else is pretty much close. One block, Navy serves, you know, the same. Navy actually had a lot of errors. That's why we're saying sometimes they have to battle the consistency issues. But Navy looking good. You know, they want to solidify their spot there, the second spot in Pool D. So they're looking good.
Yeah, just one loss in the conference so far for Navy. For Lyceum, like we said, their target is to win at least a set. They did it. The last time out, their last game, they were able to get a set from Alpha Omega. And also harking back to the last match that Navy played, like, they also gave up 2 sets. So it happens to the best of them. And so meron ding may talo din, but pwede mong masingitan ng Navy. That's something that Lyceum Bayleaf Hotels should remember.
Yeah, that's one thing that has been said about Navy, really, the consistency, you know, the ability to finish in straight sets, even if they can. So you're right. I feel Lyceum, they can find that window. We always say that window wherein Navy's playing a bit lax. That's when you start to charge.
Sabi nga, the way we talk about, diba, may tulog din ang Navy. Kailangan mo lang timingan and sabayan mo ng ano, talaga, bring your A game and who knows what you can accomplish. If you're Lyceum now, if you are Bayleaf, having seen that first set, what are you going to concentrate on for you?
Again, first pass. Because we did mention on the top of our coverage, Police. And you were saying we haven't called his name the entire first set. So this second set, if you can get him going, run the middles, as we always say, then they may have a chance to get the second set.
Yeah. June Edang, who's the team captain, has been carrying most of the weight for Bayleaf. And so he really just needs the rest of the boys to come together and help him out with their cause. And at that, they made 20 points. So, you know, konti na lang, konting push na lang. And we are getting ready for our second set here. Again, for those of you just joining us now, this is only the second of our triple header today. We are watching 2 teams, one at somewhere at the top of Pool D standings, 2-1, Navy's score right now. And they are in second place, and Bayleaf with 0-3 record, still looking for that elusive first win.
Bit of a lull here, the start of the second set.
So Pool D, Noreen, will go up against Pool C in the crossovers, and it's just the top 2 teams from both pools that are going to see action in the second round.
But I'm sure these teams aren't actually thinking of that yet. The most important thing is to make it to the next round.
Yung nga kwento ni Greg Dolor kanina, narinig natin yung kanyang interview. And maganda rin yung ganong klaseng attitude and ganong pananaw at approach. You don't get ahead of yourselves. You just concentrate on the game at hand and the regalo at hand.
Concentration at hand. Edward Camposano has meditated well enough for this match.
Yeah, Camposano definitely lording it over in points. Probably leading all scorers by now.
Yeah. One thing they have to avoid, Lyceum, these overpasses.
And that one went outside. Or there's a service line. Is that what, did I hear it right? Because it didn't look like it went outside. And regardless, I think he stepped on the line is what the announcer said.
Yeah, because I think so.
Pumasok naman yung serve eh. Oh, yun yung mga solo blocks. And that's a lot of heart here we're seeing from Rogie Godamor of Bayleaf.
Yep, coming off the bench. What a tough block.
All alone. And these jump serves keep on coming. Linking there with a nice first pass, and Suarez will not waste it. Definitely make a play out of that, and they'll get the ball right back.
That's a smart set by Owen Suarez, because now he knows that, you know, there are blockers manning the wing. I'm going to go to the middle. So really trying to change things up for Navy.
Campusano, 6 points so far.
What a serve.
But that's a good stop by Edang. And a chance here for Bayleaf.
You said it, a good stop. At least they only gave Campusano one opportunity to serve.
Yeah. Good effort there to confuse the blockers, going slow, last minute slow. Edang using his smarts. But that cross-court shot, that long shot, this time finding the hole in the back court of Bayleaf.
And what a formidable front row Navy's having. I'm looking Toto de la Vega, Marcelino, and Greg Dolor. What a front row.
I mean, if you have that kind of front row, nakikita mo rin, na-intimidate or iiwas at iiwas din itong mga spiker. Kaya gusto na yung medyo nagaling sa likod, medyo mahahaba.
Yeah.
So mag-error tuloy. Guadamor. Oh, he gets the better of Suarez. So Guadamor is the magic bunot, it seems.
What a substitution, you're right. What a good set, look at that, just one blocker.
I mean, it's a good idea to begin with to target the setter on the first pass. That'll just mess up the entire system.
Yeah. But I see him really has got to check their errors.
It's 7 serving 4. Navy took that first game 25-20 for those of you just joining us now. And it's a good return. Kill there by number 14, Mark Kenneth Lanorio.
So new names, no?
Also coming in, yes, for the first time in this second set. Talents there, individual talent. Kita mo, no, Nori?
Yeah. But we have to give it to the setter now, giving them those touches.
(8-5) is a score. Navy with a 3-point lead at our first technical timeout. Back for more after the break.
Turf Invitational Conference. It's one thing to share your love for the sport with your brother, but it's a whole nother story to share the very same team. And that has been the story for the Edang brothers, Gian and Kiko. They've been teammates for the past 4 years, dating back to high school. At kwento nila sa akin, mas naging close sila bilang magkapatid ever since they became teammates. They communicated with each other better, they tell each other how to improve, at wala daw any sense of competing against each other. On the contrary, sharing the same court inspires both of them to be better, to make each other proud, and to become each other's biggest supporters. Back to you guys.
I want to be their ate or their mom. Or their, di ba, ang sarap manood ng dalawang anak mo playing together. I mean, that must be a lot of fun for the Edang family. Shout out to them, who I'm sure are watching now.
On cue.
So proud of the Edang. Yes, that's point number 6 for June Edang, Kiko Edang, who has been lording it over in points here for Lyceum. Bayleaf Hotels.
Hey, can you imagine Eddie Laure right now watching his two daughters in the same team, the same feeling?
Oh, you know, I was thinking about that as we see that really smart play there by Campusano, taking it slow this time and finding a donut hole on the side of Bayleaf. So we've got Campusano already with 7. That's the 7th point. So I got that got me thinking, so the... Let's see, the Maraginots used to play together in Akari, pero pinaghiwalay na sila.
Yeah.
Sino pa ba in the pros? Wala nang magkapatid. Of course, we know that Janelle and Des, yeah, are both there, although Des out on injury. But different teams. Sino pa ba yung mga magkakapatid dyan sa PBL?
Jaja and Dindin before.
Jaja and Dindin before.
Wala na.
Wala na ba? Edang.
Oh, there is an injury. I'm seeing.
Yeah. We hope it's nothing serious. See Ed Camposano. Well, he's been getting a lot of action today, as we know.
Okay, so we'll shake it off.
We hope we can see that Direct Nick will show us the replay of that. It was away from the ball, so he probably just
and he fell on his back and he held on to his ankle. It's like, oh no, there's an injury. He's probably also feeling the extent of the step on the
or bracing himself. Wag sana,
yeah,
diba?
that too.
Could be it. You know, it's really been Edang. He has been the star for Lyceum here.
But again, no, we're still waiting for Police to actually score his first point.
Yep. Oh, look at Edang. Oh, pero buhay pang bola. Edang goes up again. And what a kill. That is just so impressive for June Edang. I mean, we featured EJ Police at the top of our coverage, but really it was still June Edang who topped the scorers in that last game out. He ended up with 14 points, so he really is the go-to player. But Roji Guadamor against Alpha Omega, their last game, made 11 points, so he also needs to be helping out here. We already saw him off the bench. So he also needs to join in the effort here, and Police, as we mentioned.
You can imagine if these players that you mentioned from Lyceum played well together at the same time, they could be winning more sets.
Yeah, that's something that they really can hope for in the future. Just get everybody to have a big game all at once. Lefty attacker, Aquino there, getting the better of Navy.
Couple of lefties here for Lyceum. Police is one of them, and Aquino, second point.
No, you don't want to go to Kalingking. And that one, too much from Guadamor. And ball right back to Navy. But we are getting a chance to showcase the individual talents that we're seeing from these kids from Lyceum as we take a look at the Black Touch Challenge, the first one called by Bayleaf Hotels, Lyceum. And we're looking at assistant coach, acting coach, Charnel Wanta, na nabati agad ng kanilang mga fans. Yeah. For those of you watching, just go ahead and send your shout-outs and your messages, and we will read them on air. I mean...
it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing these teams who joined, like Spiker Stir for probably the first, second time, when you challenge these block touches, chances are, unless it's really like miss-hit or something, chances are it is a block touch.
Of course, we see that the challenge system has been used for many, many different things besides challenging a call. So we see that too.
Case in point. They wanted to
icing?
Yeah, they wanted to freeze
or ice the server.
Camposano. And then Camposano.
That worked. All right, a chance here for Lyceum to set up the more sending the ball over, and he could have done that more carefully. Just in-over lang yung bola. It's those little things. It's these intangibles, these little things where you just have to be super, super careful. No room for these little errors if you're Lyceum.
But we have to give it to him. Good effort, because that was a backbreaker.
So it's a 10 to 14, just a 4-point advantage. Still, definitely, Bayleaf is in this game.
Well, they just want to keep it close. Whoa.
That's a good play. Again, we've mentioned already the sheer talent of Owen Suarez and how you really can see that he's so in control. And if you're his teammates, diba, parang kumpiyansa ka rin. Kumpiyansa ka sa inyong skipper.
Oh!
Hoy! Naman! Muulan din ang service ace dito. The errors and the aces, I think, are equal in number. 16-10, Navy up by 6. Second technical timeout.
Bubuga naman po yung Lyceum. Actually, the more na lumalakas yung kalaban, the more din na tumataas yung energy ng mga teammates. Kailangan every game, kailangan po talaga namin manalo, yung eagerness po namin manalo. Ibabawi po namin yung bandera ng LPU.
That explains it. That's why they're playing well against Navy. Particularly June Edang, who has had many points. And look at the errors that count midway into the second set. Nakapito na ang Bayleaf. And it's just not helping their cause. Meantime, get access to the PBA 3x3 Season 3 Second Conference live and in HD on PBA Rush, plus more premium channels for the whole family when you switch to Signal Postpaid. Subscribe to Plan 520 and enjoy 3 free months with no cash out. Call 88555 or visit your nearest Signal dealer.
One thing I'd like to say, we have to mention, for these collegiate teams, this is also a stepping stone. When you join the Spikers turf and you give a good performance, other teams, like pro teams, can actually recruit you. So Edang, I feel, will be, if there's a list, if he's going to graduate, he's going to be part of that list.
Good point. And this is an ever-growing league. Parami ang sumasali din. Precisely for that reason, I think.
Yeah.
And really, since we started to cover the professional men's league, I think they have been making more and more noise. And they are also making the UAAP men's competitions and NCAA as well even more interesting.
Yeah.
Kasi alam mong meron silang patutunguhan.
And imagine from how many teams to how many teams to what, 24?
Yes, now 24, yes. These errors. Wala na silang iaatras pa eh. They just really need to take it down a little bit. Yeah, control.
Oh,
good one. That's a good pickup. Oh, what a block there. Kasi Camposano will score off the block this time.
well, if we see it in the slow-mo, you gotta see the way he directs the ball to the floor of Lyceum. Well, anyway, we won't see it, but he really, positioned his hands to direct it back to the court. I mean, that's blocking 101.
Exactly. So if you're Lyceum and all the other collegiate teams, these are things you can go back to, di ba? Ito yung mga pwede mong panuorin just to master these skills and the fundamentals. And the good news is we were sure now that Camposano's okay.
Yeah, yeah. But he did fall on his back.
Oh! What a good coverage there, though, by Kalingking. Edang! Taas ng ano niya, no? Ng kanyang elevation. His reach and his leap so high.
You know, he reminds me, look at that leap.
Yeah.
No, you know, players like Kevin Montemayor, I remember who played for the VNS, now with San Beda. You know, I mean, they're really going to get scouted.
They're definitely head turners. And Edang, one of them, of course. And we have a timeout.
Hindi na kayo nag-usap sa loob. Wala nang nag-enjoy sa inyo sa loob.
Game lang, game lang, game lang.
Layo pa niya, no? Hindi pa tapos siya, no? Kaya pa kabulin yan. Uy, ba't ka nakayuko?
Hey guys, enjoy lang.
Nakapag-set ka nga eh. Hindi ka masaya? Let's go!
Tayo kaya natin.
Enjoy mo ito! Enjoy mo!
Pare po ikaw.
It's 12 to 21, so it is a pretty big lead. And, you know, it might seem trite, and you might be looking for a more technical or tactical timeout, but there's so much there that si assistant coach Charnel Wanta is saying, because kilala din niya yung kanyang mga koponan, and alam niya yung depende sa mood nila and the way they're enjoying the game. It makes a difference in their performance.
And you see the difference now between the relationship of a head coach and the players and the assistant coach and the players. They're more buddy-buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bayleaf is able to sneak in 1 point, lead down to 8. Let's see if they can enjoy themselves a little more.
Yeah, good response from that timeout. Oh.
Yun yung mga needless to say kasi siguro. No? Sasabihin ko pa ba sa inyo na okay mag-error sa serve?
Needless to say.
Oh, but it's really been eating them up. I mean, that is such a, you know, a problem. This is what is getting in the way of their campaign here.
It doesn't help if you're playing a really talented team.
And the lefty, Aquino, again.
Not the tall. You did say they're not the tallest team. Aquino, not the tallest player.
5'8" and a half.
5'8" and a half.
Even for, yeah.
Wow. Oh, good pass.
Oh, nice block there. Good cover, though, by Navy. They get another chance. And look at that libero.
Oh!
Oh, inting again. Oy! Pero labas si Villanueva playing dodgeball.
And I had a feeling he was going to get it, but Padon was right there shouting at him.
Alam mo yung touch ball or dodgeball? Ayan, tinan mo. Yung, pero ang ganda. Look at that effort by Inting. Whoop!
Well, they're having fun.
Yeah, Navy definitely is.
Oh!
Pasok eh. That's tough. That really looked like it was long. And then it suddenly dropped. Ed Camposano already in double digits.
What a game he's been having.
They are at multiple set points. And Guatemala just stops the bleeding momentarily. How long can they keep this up, though?
Well, they face nine set points here. That's a difficult mountain to climb. Oh.
Anticlimactic, but really very symbolic of the way the second set has gone. I mean, it's almost poetic that they lose the set to a service error because that is what we've seen from the start of this second set. We'll talk more about it after the break. 25-15 for that second set. So a little bit of an easier time for Navy. Actually, it was the errors of Bayleaf that did them in set number 2.
Yeah, they already lost the first set, but we did mention and we did commend them for good effort. But in the second set, you're right, these errors really were just halting, you know, their challenge, their fight in the game. So it seemed like a pretty easy second set for Navy. And the number that we really have to look at is the errors of Bayleaf. You cannot be playing a team looking to get to the next round with 12 errors in a set, right? While the opponent is with 4 errors. So everything else will actually just not really matter. Your errors alone is gonna do you in.
Yeah, and many of those at the serve. On the other hand, ang Navy naman, nagsa-service ace then. So it's pretty easy to figure out what you need to work on, no? And it's really not, there's no mystery to it. They just really have to clean up their serves and eliminate the errors at this point, because this is the third set that they need to win.
Yeah.
And enjoy themselves.
And enjoy, of course. Yeah. But how can? No, how can you, like, again, we're sounding like broken records, but we talked about running the middles at the top of the coverage, and so far we haven't seen Police. It's not that because he's our favorite or something. No, but I'm saying it's because his contribution in the last match, like how many points? Like 9 points, 10 points?
Made 11, no? The last match. And siya tsaka si June Edang talaga ang inaasahan. Even nga si Rogie Guadamor, who came off the bench, has already contributed. So it really has to be an all-out effort by all 6 on the squad. 7 points for Aquino also, so he has stepped up today. He also made 7 points the last time out. So far, on the other side, we've got Camposano with the double digits today, and that's expected. And Greg Dolor helping out with 5, De La Vega also with 5. Oh, wow. Good way to start. June Edang, consistently naman, he has been a threat in the offense.
He is the one, you know, actually, with the help of Aquino, he's not the only one. Aquino's there. But again, you did mention a couple of names in the second set, and how good will it be for Lyceum if you can, you know, they can play together at the same time.
Yeah, that's really what we need to see. Meantime, Alecando also now getting into the scoring scene here. You know, let me correct that. See, Police actually had 12 points, not 11 in that last time out, which is why he is sorely missed in this match.
He's yet to score.
Edang with that. May usok pa yun eh.
And look who he targeted.
Yeah.
Giving Camposano a dose of his own medicine.
Right you are. Let's see if he can do it twice. Oh.
What?
Did he also have a foot fault? Oh, that happened to Navy. I haven't seen that in a while.
I was looking at the hand signal of the first referee. It looked like a lifting signal. I'll clear it out later.
Oh, blocking still working for Navy. But look at that, down the line this time. And that is Rogie Guadamor. Yes, the other big contributor in the last game out. Just getting past the 2-man block, going down the line there. Bayleaf in a mini streak here. Chance here for Navy to score. Marcelino going up, slowing things down. And hang time working out for Marcelino. One more time on that. Very deceptive.
Good, yeah. Good thinking there. But it's a better start here in the third set.
Absolutely. Aquino getting the better of Kalingking there. Oh, sorry. Check that. It's Christian Celis now in. Now it's Kalingking back on the court.
Aquino has been a bright spot for Lyceum today.
And that one was touched last by Lyceum, and Navy quickly gaining on Bayleaf.
It looked like it was going out, but Aquino was there and, you know, went through the motion, so he couldn't have been checked. Good serve.
Just those serves.
Oh!
Again, this time he got caught. Ayan, medyo nag-a-adjust din. That 1-2, we've seen that twice earlier.
Net violation called on the side of Navy. That was Sapida. Well, 2-point lead by Bayleaf Lyceum.
You know, this is actually a lead that they've held on for a while now. And we mentioned that this is the third set that they need to win. So they want to hang on to this lead. Oh, it's a challenge here. Black touch challenge coming from Navy. It'll be something if Lyceum is able to get to 8 points first. And that should give them a little more confidence.
Yeah.
In fact, nararamdaman mo ngayon medyo mas may tapang sila, no? Nagpapakita ng pangil ang Bayleaf.
Yeah, I think they also know, no, if they lose this set, they go home.
Yeah. You see that quivering finger there?
The pinky.
The pinky.
Yeah, but Camposano was so sure. After the first referee signaled in favor of Lyceum, he already looked at Coach Cruzada.
Oh, that's a nice first ball.
Good dig.
Chance here for Bayleaf. Oh, that's what they need. And somebody's having fun. I'd like to see the smile on June Edang's face. And he is in the zone.
I mean, unfazed by the blockers in front of him. He had 3. And he hit that. There were none. There was no blockers.
Edang already in double digits now. And ganyan, just like that. Cantara gives Bayleaf that kill there. Alicando, rather. Error there. A rare one. Coming from Edang.
No, it's actually police.
Oh.
I mean, the rare times they go to him, you know, I think really the connection isn't there today.
Back row attack. You can't fault them for going for those pipe attacks or going further from the net because of the efficiency of Navy's blocking. And Navy manages to get the 8 points first as we take our first break here.
This Pikers Turf Invitational Conference. Toto de la Vega and Christian Marcelino have this undeniable connection on the court. Yung tipo tinginan pa lang, alam nila kung anong gustong sabihin ng isa't isa. And this may be due to the fact that they have been teammates since 8 years ago in Bacolod. In fact, si Toto ang nag-encourage kay Mars na lumuwas ng Maynila galing Bacolod to play volleyball for the Navy. And this is actually Toto de la Vega's personal advocacy. Naniniwala siya na napakaraming players sa probinsya na talented, pero natatakot lang makipagsapalaran sa Maynila. And he hopes that him being here and doing well in the Pikers Turf will also inspire more Provinciano players to bet on themselves and to have the courage to take their talents to the big stage. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Doreen Suaybagyo there, giving us really interesting stories You know, we talked about Toto De La Vega at the top of the coverage also because of his stellar performance that last game that they had, the 5-setter. And this time, he has kind of taken the back seat and allowed his teammates to shine.
Well, Campusano's playing really well, but I like the story that, you know, he's not from UAAP. He's not, I think, from NCAA as well. So, yeah, I mean, he's just inspiring people from the regions, different regions.
Bayleaf getting the lead back. Again, they're keeping in step with Navy, mostly leading, actually. And they really just have to take care of this lead and be consistent. Okay na, if they want to just play a side-out game against Navy, that's a big accomplishment for Bayleaf. Huwag lang sila magpaiwan.
Tsaka service error.
Oo. Mabawasan lang, no?
Another good serve.
Oh, there you go. They get a point and the ball back. And now looking at the cause of PGJC Navy here, we remember that the last game that they played was a 5-setter. And so that's not something that they want to repeat. When they met Centro Mall, it wasn't easy for them to take that win.
Yeah, that was a 5-setter, right?
Yes.
Well, combination play in favor of Navy. They've been serving pretty decent today.
Yeah.
Talking about Navy.
I mean, they got 3 aces the last set. And then you contrast that with the errors of Bayleaf, and that pretty much really tells the story of this match. And we have individual good performances like June Edang. May pito na naman at the serve? Or is there a rotation error?
Another error.
Yeah. You know, really so frustrating. And, you know, we don't want to see that. We don't want any team to have to lose points that way.
They don't like the 10s and the 12s. I'm talking about Lycée. Remember the first set.
And now, again, it's the pressure creeping in. It's getting a little distracted with the errors, getting carried away with them, and we call a timeout. Okay, actually, it can work as a timeout in the PVL, but not yet in the Spikers turf. You know, we noticed that because sometimes it takes longer for the technical table to...
That's true.
To decide, and so you have a longer timeout, actually, longer time to discuss things with your team. So apparently that's also the rule here in Spikers turf. Oh, but long distance lang, di pwede lumapit si coach.
Second referee is actually saying that...
Okay, lumayo ka.
Lumayo.
The ever-evolving game of volleyball where there's no black touch, first of all, and really the rules and just the different features, just they change conference to conference, year to year. So we really have to keep up. The fans, all of you who are, especially those who are really fanatics of this game, you know, have such a good volleyball knowledge already. Alam na alam nyo na rin yung mga iba-ibang mga applications ng bagong rules. We have a timeout this time. A legitimate timeout.
Babalik tayo. Konti lang yan. 4 lang yan. May pasa naman tayo. Kailangan lang natin ng side out. Hindi natin kailangan ng error, guys. Kailangan natin ng puntos. Okay?
Gagano ko lang.
Convert natin yung pasa. Sayang.
Guys, ngiti tayo, ngiti.
Go, let's go. May pasa tayo eh. Kailangan natin pumatay ng ball.
Hey, Viva!
And again, you talk about how their relationship, talking about assistant coach Charnel Wanta and the rest of the boys, is a little more intimate, shall we say? We can call a spade a spade. Ayoko na yung mga errors na yan. And everything else that she said, it's really... again, not rocket science, just eliminate the errors.
Yeah, I mean, it is evident in this match. One thing they will learn really, why also, you know, a main reason why they're here, you know, Lyceum and the Spiker's turf is to actually get better and to learn.
Oh, wow. Meantime, we haven't seen too many of those quicks. And that's just such a joy to watch. Sapida there.
Those are the classic quick attacks. Yeah? No blocker can touch that because it's so angled perfectly.
Oh, how about that perfect first pass? Aquino blocked there, though. They get to go again, this time from the left pin. Good cover by Edang. Aquino tried to push the ball over, and Sapida is feeling good because he got that. Na-pick up niya yun on his block. But somebody was, uh-oh. Well, there was a violation called against Navy. Lucky for Bayleaf.
Oh, good pickup now.
Yeah. Here's a chance for Bayleaf to score. Oh, that combination, that decoy, napasabay niya rin yung blockers.
That's what they needed. It's a good, close third set. This is the time you want to get your offense going.
That's just 2 points for Bayleaf to make up. Oh, almost. It just rolls out. That was close, but a good effort by the two-man block of Bayleaf. And Navy is at 16 first. They have a 3-point advantage at our second technical timeout. We'll be back.
Doon na yung skills namin eh. So, pagsasama-samahin na lang. Ang nagiging problema kasi minsan is yung ano talaga, paano magko-communicate yung anim and then yung nasa labas din. So, dapat ready lahat talaga yung katawan, tas ready yung mindset ng bawat isa.
Get access to the second All-Filipino conference of the Premier Volleyball League live and in HD on One Sports Plus. More premium channels for the whole family when you switch to Signal Postpaid. Subscribe to Plan 520 and enjoy 3 free months with no cash out. Call 88555 or visit your nearest Signal dealer. Back to the game here. 3-point advantage for the PGJC Navy in this third set. They already took the first 2 sets. And Bayleaf hanging on to dear life.
But a better challenge here. Yeah. You know, they're showing Navy now that, you know, we can play. And you have to work for this third set.
You know, these young collegiate teams rising to the challenge. They are really putting the effort that they need to put in order to extend this match. Oh, look at those stops.
Hey. Yeah, they call Camposano to the net, the broad jump. His momentum took him to touch the net. But what defense being displayed by Lyceum.
Actually, kanina pa yan si Inting, Phil Inting, the libero, all over the place for Bayleaf. I mean, all over the place in a good way. Talagang, yeah. And we're tied at 16. And nabuhayan talaga ang Bayleaf. These boys in red. Evening things up here midway into this third
that was
set.
Just Edang playing it smart. You know, he knew he had, you know, he couldn't hit that, but he just hit it, brushed it off the blockers.
And the service error.
I don't think that the referee has actually blown
the whistle. Okay, good for him, because that did go out. So Bayleaf will get another shot.
That's a huge shot. We are tied at 16.
Yeah. And a good adjustment there by Guadamor. And the chase.
Oh.
Well, you got to hand it to Roger Guadamor, who really went for it.
And, you know, Camposano's hit was right in front of us. The set was far from the net, but he hit it like that. That's far,
Yeah.
you know, for an outside hitter. But he hit it like it, you know, it's a perfect set.
Yung angulo talaga eh.
Ah.
Oh, that's a difficult serve right there. I mean, Guadamor was actually at the spot where the ball landed, but it suddenly landed right in front of him. That's what you call a floater. Timeout.
Side out tayo, service tayo. Tapos yung service natin, pasok lang, pasok. Pumasok ka na dito, huwag ka na. Sige. Pumasok ka na, Rudy, huwag ka na. Sige. Papasahin mo na sina,
Subod niyo sa akin, subod niyo sa akin.
Go.
One stop tayo.
One stop tayo, pasa.
Pasa lang, subod niyo lang. Hey,
Pasa, isang pasa. Ay, ngiti tayo, ngiti.
Baby ba?
Kaya.
We heard from Navy earlier that they don't baby anybody, the respect that they show their opponents. Ganun-ganun na lang. So we will not expect Navy to take it easy on this collegiate team, this Lyceum team. They want to end in 3, not in 5 like they did against Centro Mall.
Yeah, there's a difference in the way PGJC Navy's playing today. In other games, you know, that, you know, we'll give up a set or so far they've been fighting each set, and you feel they want to finish this in straight sets.
Again, what is at stake is solo second for PGJC Navy in Pool D. And if we go back to the standings, in Pool D, currently Chef on a diet, FEU on top with a perfect 3-0 record. And we have a violation. Somebody at the net, I think it was Junedang.
Yeah. He was the closest to the net, so he's probably the culprit of that violation.
And so Bayleaf seeing their lead slip away and their chances of extending this match just becoming slimmer and slimmer. Let's see if they can put a stop to that now.
Oh.
Again, it's just the momentum. Talagang hindi niya mapigil, no? You're just going you're pushing yourself all the way to the net and to be able to stop on your tracks.
But what about the substitutions by Coach Cecil Cresada? Everybody playing well. Alicando, Padon, right? Everyone, Sapida, they're all playing well.
Gonna break here for Bayleaf. They're just down by 4, but it is in a very precarious time here in the 3rd set where Navy is nearing the 25-point mark. Camposano! And talagang sa kanya ibibigay, it's almost a sure ball, a sure kill.
But did you see that? It's really, they call it braso more than when other players, they like using the wrist. Yeah. He's like
solid, no?
Yeah, but parang may push.
Yeah. And you talk about the sound that the ball makes when the contact is just so perfectly in the middle.
Crisp.
Yeah. Just hitting the sweet spot of the ball. Navy only looking for 3 points to win this match and find themselves in solo 2nd spot behind FEU in Pool D.
Camposano, a bit too eager at the net.
All isn't lost for Bayleaf here. This is definitely 4 points is not a lot.
Possible.
Except, yeah.
3.
Yeah. And dalawang service ace lang yan, which we've already seen happen earlier today.
Yeah, well, that was Police's 6 points. Quiet points for him.
Michael Legaspi continues to serve. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Navy just needing 2 points. We have some substitutions. Leok is coming in for the first time here for Navy. Marcelino will get a respite.
Hear the chants of the bench. La del Dolor.
Definitely the boys in white, Team Navy having a grand old time, just really enjoying this match and this seeming sweep. Here's another chance, a broken play, although number 11, oh, good stop by the second libero there of Bayleaf. And there you go, second time he got it.
Boy, the bench players really just responding.
That's why kaya naman tuwan-tuwa sila when si Leo came in. And he scores, hindi naman niya sinayang yung oportunidad.
And they were really going to him.
Yeah,
They're
giving
feeding
him the ball. So Leo on the scoreboard there.
Oh.
And that service ace, winning this set and the match for Navy. This is really the kind of game that Navy wanted to play today, in contrast to the 5-setter that they had against Central Mall last time. And Bayleaf, a gallant effort, showed what they had individually. And the potential of this team really very evident and very obvious. But it is a sweep for Navy. We'll talk more about the game after the break.
Welcome back to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. The PGJC Navy soldier on and gets their third straight win of the conference. Still very much in contention for a spot in the quarterfinals. And I'm here with the best player of the game, Edward Camposano. Edward, congratulations on the win. Sure ako kilala ka ng mga Spikers Turf fans having played for Signal and then for AMC Cotabato and now for the Navy. Kwento mo sa amin kung paano yung naging proseso mo transitioning from one team to another, ibang teammates, ibang coach, and now you're here already producing big numbers for the Navy. 4 games into the conference pa lang.
Simula ako nag-start ako sa Navy, hindi naman ako mahirapan mag-adjust sa kanila kasi yung iba naman naging ka-teammates ko rin sa ayon. Winelcome naman ako sa Navy ng talagang parang sobrang tagal na nila ako nakasama. Yun.
That's very good to hear. You produced 13 points in this game. I think, nagulat ka sa 13 points. But 13 big points for the Navy. Ano yung inspiration? What is the motivation behind that performance today?
Siguro yung binigay ko yung best ko para makatulong sa team, para mabigay ko yung best ko.
Thank you and congratulations again, Edward. Excited kami na makita kung ano pang gagawin mo with your team. But for now, we send it over to you, Chiki and Noreen.
A much-deserved player of the game honors for Ed Camposano. 11 attacks, 1 block, 3 aces, and gave us a lot of entertainment today.
Yeah, all-around game for Camposano. And every time he's in court, he's so poker face. You know, it's like he always means business. And what a treat also that he joined Navy and he's fitting, you know, his good fit with this team.
Yeah, you can tell that parang hindi bago, and that came straight from him in that interview with Doreen. He really felt at home and felt like he belonged, and that is evident in the way he's played. And Navy, as we mentioned, we've been talking about how they really wanted this game, and they wanted it bad, and they wanted it quick because they are now in solo second place. You need to be the top 2 teams to make it through. But let's talk about the stats first of that last set.
Yeah, Navy, pretty decent set. Look at that, just 6 errors. They led in attacks. Although we didn't see a lot of blocking, we did say both teams, that's their strength. Bayleaf, one thing they have to learn really is to minimize their errors. Too many errors. Yeah, and good blocking on their part.
Wow, but yeah, in that last set, you know, nakauna pa sila. Pero
too many errors.
The errors, really. And we heard the team talk about that themselves. Yung mga magandang ginagawa natin, parang nasasayang, sabi nila, because of the errors. So, they're learning experience. And like you said, Noreen, that's what this is about, especially for the newer, younger teams. That's why they're here, after all. And we have another game coming up, Signal, getting ready to go up against St. Benilde, St. Gerard Construction. They are already taking the court and starting their warm-up. So make sure you stay stuck for that, our last game for our triple header. This has been Chikiro Apuno with Noreen Go and Doreen Suaibagyo, our director Nick Earnshaw, and the rest of the men and women of Signal Sports. Thanks for joining us, and stay stuck for more of Spikers Turf's 2023 Invitational Conference.